Good evening, Busy Bees. It's Sunday, November 16th, 2025, and here is your evening news rundown in under 5 minutes. The Epstein files are just setting the news on fire everywhere. It's been released. Trump is mentioned over 2,000 times in 20,000 emails. This is having the impact it needs to have. And I think that even in terms of MAGA, they're starting to question Trump, right? Whether he's telling the truth or not. I mean, to me, it's obviously he's not telling the truth. Let's not forget that he had his own victim step forward under a pseudonym, and she seemingly went away. In her complaint, she mentioned Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump raping her when she was 14 years old. She has since disappeared and gotten rid of her complaint, so nothing ever happened about that. And don't forget, E. Jean Carroll successfully sued Donald Trump, and by his own words, you could just grab women by their piece. This is not someone who asks, this is someone who takes. So there's that. The Epstein survivors are urging immediate transparency. They've released a public service announcement. They're encouraging everyone to reach out to Congress to get them to release. I think it's going to pass Congress. I think the vote, they say, is going to be on Tuesday. I'll be watching closely. My question is what's holding them back from releasing names? I mean, that's the one leverage they have. And don't release them all, but release something significant and scare people. The other outlier out there is Ghislaine Maxwell. She needs to go back to a maximum security prison. And the question is he going to pardon her? Is he going to pardon her to protect himself? But what are the optics on that? I don't want to have hope, but I kind of have hope that this is going to be the end of his presidency. Moving on, the ACA expiration date is looming. So that is the Affordable Care Act, and people's subsidies are expiring and their costs are going to quadruple, raising questions on how people are going to afford their medications and just generalized care. This is very scary times we're living in. And with no help from the GOP or this presidency, other than, we may send $2,000 out from tariffs, but yeah, we don't have the tariff money because whatever we did get has already been spent. And now all you have to do is send them a gold bar, apparently, and then you'll get your tariffs reduced. So the Swiss government announced U.S. tariffs on Swiss exports would be cut from about 39% to 15%. And all they had to do was send Donald Trump a gold bar and a Rolex. That doesn't sound like bribery, does it? Now moving on to Venezuela. Trump is really wanting to go after them. They keep killing people in the Caribbean by claiming they are drug smugglers with no proof. And now the USS Gerald R. Ford has entered the Caribbean Sea in what the administration frames as counter-narcotics campaigns, but observers see it as a pressure tactics against Venezuela, hoping to pressure Maduro to just, abdicate his role. I don't see this going well for anyone, for Venezuelans or for the United States. We are seen as tyrants, and this is just solidifying the fact that we go and we take what we want. This is your evening news rundown. Please stay smart, stay safe, stay informed, and have a good evening. Like, share, and follow if you can.